And so Illinois take an early 6-0 lead. Now just remember, like we talked about, Grino's going to come back, and at the end of the duel to our left, he'll wrestle a second time. So now we'll be at 113 here on both mats. And on the mat to our right, it'll be Jake Gross from Antioch representing Illinois. For Indiana, it'll be Jeffrey Davis. On the mat to our left, Darvell Flagg for Illinois, Austin Slates for Indiana. And we'll try and keep you updated on each one. Rear flags from Joliet West.
Slates is one of 3 Penn wrestlers that are representing today for Coach Brad Harper.
Are they one of your better teams as far as in the state also? Since 3 of their kids are here, they must be pretty
definitely.
solid.
They were in the team hunt for most of the state tournament and represent really well all the time.
All right, we'll stay here to our left. Flag's got the little bit of hand fight in there. Moving their feet. I like to see that off the hand fight. Move your feet, try and get him out of shape, and Flagg shoots him out. Over to our right, Davis got the early takedown. Now he's got a leg in over there. A little sloppy with it. Boy, he'd do that hard, though. Didn't end up scoring with it. But sometimes you don't have to do things pretty with technique. Just do it hard, and it's pretty successful for you. Now he's got both legs buried. Same thing. Got both legs in, a little high, trying to look for maybe a power half. And boy, it's so tough to get out of those 2 legs. Flagg gets a takedown at the edge, so Illinois leads 2-0 over on our left. Yeah, nice scramble over here to our right. He got a little bit high with the legs. The Illinois boy kind of fought it off a little bit, had him in trouble, but
still looks good on
got
top.
Back
lots
on top.
Of pressure.
Like the way he's using those hips off of it.
Yeah.
That's the secret to using those legs
He's staying
well.
busy with it, so they're letting him continue to use it.
Be a big ride out for him if he could get it. Boy, slide that second leg in maybe. He's going to ride out the period, so he's going to lead 2-0 going into the second. Over on the left, Flagg's got legs. Boy, we've seen a lot of legs here in the early matches.
A lot of legs early. Obviously getting one here at the end of the first would be big for Austin Slates.
You got a caution on top. And again, cautions for those who aren't familiar. Could be a false start, illegal starting position. First 2 don't cost you anything. After that, it's a point as far as the match.
Another caution over here to our right.
And again, I don't mind cautions as a coach. It gets you so you're moving instead of, I'd rather have somebody move too quick, especially because it doesn't cost you right away.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you. You know your guy's ready. He's looking to, get a good start off to the beginning of that period. So 1 or 2 doesn't hurt you.
Over on our right, he's got, we call it a fish hook. More people call it, he threaded the needle. He's looked to turn him, couldn't get it. And the Indiana boy gets in the scale right away in on a shot. That was
nice shot. Good sweep single here.
And you like to see that.
Finish.
He transitioned from an escape right away to a takedown, and sometimes that's the best way to do things. Oh, nice. That was kind of a carry type of thing. Had a high crotch, came far shoulder to get the takedown. 3-2.
We have a little bit of a shoulder injury over here to our left. Or they're readjusting the Sully, so we'll see what happens.
Indiana needs to get out of bounds constructively here, get himself a fresh start. There he goes. Got himself out of bounds, now be able to move again.
We would like to thank FCA Wrestling for supplying the transportation for our Indiana and Illinois All-Star Duel teams, back and forth from Lincoln College to the hotel, etc.
And Gross representing Illinois here to our right. He's from Antioch High School. Coach Wilbur Barrero, and they've got a good, solid program up there every year. Aaron, one of the better teams in our state as far as the AA level.
Jeffrey Davis is from Fort Wayne High School, coached by Tim Grider. Had a good, successful season. Fourth place, Jeffrey did placed.
Potentially dangerous over there, and we're back to our left. And 15 seconds left, 2-1 in favor of Illinois. I like how active both those kids are. They're moving around, maybe not scoring a whole lot, but they're looking to set things up, and you always like to see that. Boy, it'd be a big ride out for Illinois to our right if he could ride out the period.
Again, after your placing match.
And he's staying just active enough to let it go. We'll go to the third period. Down 3-2.
Here's where, see who's been on the mat in the last 3 weeks or not.
Conditioning going to pay off a little bit here.
Yeah.
Again, coaching strategy for you. We'll look ahead. We'll assume the Illinois boy gets his escape, 3-3. How quick do you go after that takedown to take the lead, or you kind of set it up so that make sure it's there, or do you just force it early?
Well, here got a 1 count here. Looks like
another 1 count.
Great scramble.
Got both legs in again.
Davis end back up on top with both legs. Did get a 1 count twice, but did not get a 2 count.
I like the way he sweeps that hip with those legs in to get the boy on his hip, and now it's a little bit easier. Oh, slide that left hand a little bit behind the head.
And there he did get a 2 count.
Again, all first place matches are on.
Got big points for you.
Third place matches mat 2.
Lots of action to our left. These guys are going at it.
Seventh place matches.
On his feet, see how quick he mat returns him. Nice job by Illinois to get the escape.
Really tough on top over to our right. Davis is.
It's been impressive. He doesn't get in perfect position all the time, but he just spins around and gets himself in a place to score. Like you said, he's had 3 or 4 1 counts, and he's really been working those shoulders hard with that power half. And that's what we'll see over there. There's going to be some injury time because I'm sure it's the shoulder type of thing.
Slate's in on a single.
Got to keep him in bounds. He's doing the right thing, walking him back. Nice balance.
Good Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Great scramble to finish.
It's just tremendous balance by Flag to stay up. Again, big points to score if you could get them here down 3-1.
Penn is known to be, they are a team that they're grinders. They'll go for 3 periods. That's obvious by.
My kind of person. Come at you real hard for 3 minutes. Let your conditioning pay off if you can. And we'll go to the third period over here. We're still on injury time here to our right. And we just stopped injury time.
Obviously important for Slates to our left to get out and get an escape early in the third to give him some time to get a takedown.
And Illinois over to our right, same deal. He needs to get out of there. Scramble, and he's just not winning those scrambles.
He is not.
Each time he tries to move, he's getting himself in trouble. He might be better off just basing up and go a little bit more methodical. Flag's riding it real high there, and gives him the stalemate call. That's just real impressive over to our right, the way he's rode those legs so constructively and stays so active with it.
Yeah, if you were actually the scout and you'd think, it wouldn't be so hard to get out, but boy, is he tough. He hooks those legs in and
the more,
he's scrappy.
The more you move with him, the worse shape you are. You're better off just kind of just hanging there and going things very, very slow. So that one's going to end, looks like 5-2 in favor of Indiana. So they're back in the dual trail, 6-3. We'll focus here on our left because this is a good one, 3-2 in favor of Illinois.
Plenty of time in the third for Slates to work for a takedown.
So that's the question I was going to ask you earlier. How quick, if you're Slates' coach, do you have him go after this? Because assuming he'd get it right away, he'd have to ride him for a while.
Yeah, worst case scenario is Illinois gets an escape, and now we're on our feet, and okay, you go one more minute, but like I said, pen or grinders, so they're going to go after it. If it means 1 extra minute, let's go 1 extra minute.
So you're going after him right away. Flag's doing a nice job. He's actually moving forward, staying very active.
Good head position. Flag staying in great position, moving, not looking to get called for anything.
On deck, Matt Cole, 113. Jake D'Angelo, Rafael Nunez. D'Angelo.
Oh, nice shot. Turned the corner real well.
On deck.
Kick. And there's the 2.
Wow.
Again, it makes it kind of hard there. Technically, the toes were in, so I got to agree with the 2.
Great,
but
great
because
drag.
this mat's a little small, flag was almost on the cement.
Might even went one, fleeing the
yeah,
the
that's
hold.
big. No, it's big call in Illinois. They call that consistently.
Yeah,
as
I think
far
that
as
might have been
goes.
a little bit more of the way to go, and you're still tied match. And
because that's always my point as a coach when they call that fleeing the mat. Well, guys got a hold of my ankle. My counter to it should be to kick, and if I happen to be the edge of the mat, what else do you want me to do? Just lay there? But I mean, the rule's the rule on the deal.
Yeah, I think a 3-3 there would have probably been the best option. Okay. But hey, that is the official's call. You got to go with it.
Flag's got to get the point here. See if we.
Slates did a great job keeping his toes in.
Flag's
so
looking for a reversal instead of an escape. See if he can scramble and get there. Twist the hips.
Yeah,
there's. We'll see how quick. There's the 2. Don't want to lock his hands down there. And that should end the match. Indiana's coach was really looking for locked hands. We didn't have the angle to see it, to tell you the truth.
Did not.
So it's a big win to start for Illinois. Down late in the match, comes in with a good reversal.
Great reversal, and kind of mat presence. Got to know when to give up 1 and not 2 there.
So Illinois with a 3-0 lead over there. Now we'll go to 120 on each mat. It'll be to our right. It'll be Kevin Stearns from Illinois.
And Drew Hildebrandt, another Penn kid over here to our right.
And then on the left, it'll be Jack Henderson representing Bloomington High School for Illinois.
And Blake Glogowski from Fairfield High School. 2 schools, actually Penn and Fairfield, are real close together. They're in northern Indiana boys up here. Okay. So I'm sure these 2 have done some wrestling against each other, both Drew and Blake.
And Stearns from Orland Park Sandburg. That's one of the better programs in our state there as far as doing some things on the AAA level. And Henderson from Bloomington High School. That's one of the better programs in the AA level. So these kids represent real solid programs in our state. And I enjoy watching Henderson because, like you talked about it with your 113-pounder, he's kind of a stalker. He's going to come at you and make you wrestle for.
Very heavy-handed, moving well.
And on another shot, see if he can keep the toes in. Didn't quite get it finished at the edge. Over to the right, we're still a little bit of hand fighting there.
Yeah, a little interesting note on Drew Hildebrandt. He has a older sister who is a Olympic hopeful and very serious wrestler in the Olympic program, the USA program.
And girl wrestling, female wrestling is becoming quite popular. We were up last night, broadcast the IKWF, which is our kids program, and they, for the first time ever, had a female state champion in the 11 and 12-year-olds, and she was legitimately solid. She, 115 pounds, so it wasn't because she was small or whatever, had pin in the finals, actually, so that was the first ever for our IKWF.
Well, Coach, I went out to the Olympic Training Center, and Coach Steiner said it best, what's good for boys is also good for girls. So I'd have to agree with that if you think about it.
Again, Henderson's in on a shot over here, see if he can finish it, chasing the leg.
Glogowski keeps putting in that hard whizzer and keeps fending it off.
And used the mat well. He was
Seems
at the
comfortable
edge
there.
And over to our right, still just a lot of hand fighting going on.
Trooper, are you ready?
Now you're talking about your kids that represent Penn High School. They wear that Iowa type of singlet.
They
Is that
do.
for a reason?
Simple.
Because they come and stalk you and just wrestle the Iowa style?
You know, if you know their coach at all, he's just a hard-working, hard-nosed kind of individual. Nothing fancy, nothing flashy, just gets the job done. And I think they represent, the uniform represents that.
Okay. Take down here to our right with only 9 seconds left for Indiana. Henderson's got to get a point here to, like we just talked about, scoring last is huge. He's up and, got lazy. Oh, he was on his feet, thought he was going to get the escape, and they drove at him and knocked him out of bounds with only 3 seconds left. Same deal. How quick's he have to climb this?
I would say pretty
he's
quick
him
here. I think he's
giving
give
him a lot of time. Boy, there's the call.
But I think I would rather take the stall call than give up the one right there.
Exactly. So. Good call as a coach. And stall call doesn't hurt you because it's just your warning. Use your head next time.
You know, 2-0 going into seconds, always a comfortable situation.
Indiana takes the bottom over here to our left, and Henderson's going to work a ride.
5th place, Brandon Murphy of Libertyville. 4th place, Luke Valdez.
It's more of a methodical type of stand. Didn't explode.
Yeah,
he just powered his way up.
You know, Blake seemed to do that on his feet. You know, real methodical. As Illinois was coming after him, you know, kind of frustrated him a little bit, waiting for his time, and he scored late in the scored late in the first with a takedown. And
Henderson just looking to get a stalemate here, trying to keep that ankle up by his head, and can't do it. Gives up this reversal, trails 4-0.
2-0 over here to our right.
He's got the cross face in. Oh, nice. Just a little scramble. It's kind of sat out, spun, and ended up on his feet for the escape. Now just a lot of hand fighting going on. Oh, nice shot. Needs to get his head higher. Needs to keep the toes in, which he did.
Great action to circle and get 2 there right at the edge of the mat, knowing where you're at.
And you like to see that. You don't always score with your first move because obviously good kids are going to counter it. And they ended up, I think it's probably the 3rd or 4th thing that happened before he ended up on top.
Another leg situation over here to our left.
Boy, those are so hard to come out of as a coach. What are you teaching your boy on the bottom to come out of that leg as far as technique?
You know, looking to take the pressure off, not letting 2 get in, making sure that both of them are going to stay. You know, looking to get your knee down, get your hip down, take away that pressure, and try to work up or find the out of bounds as fast as possible.
Well, yeah, like I said, constructively get out of bounds so they get called for fleeing the mat. Get those hips moving in a way.
Let's start over.
And then keep the legs off next time.
That's right. Elbows in.
Again, I enjoy the ride over here to our right. He's just driving real hard, and he tries to slide a leg off. I like the way he did that. You said keep the elbows in. Well, he controlled the wrist, so he couldn't get that elbow in.
Defensive ability
slid
there.
The leg in, and he should be able to give him time. He should be able to ride it out here.
We're neutral in the 3rd.
Yeah, Henderson needs to get a takedown, get in this match. Needs to scramble a little bit, move, keep coming, and he gets the takedown off of it. Real nice move off that. He's
great takedown to a Turk.
Turning him would be big, could give him the extra team point if they needed it. And he's sitting on the 2. So yeah, Henderson needs to get moving and get out of there. Still sitting on the same 2, so he can't score anymore unless he holds him there for the 5 count. And now he's giving it up, 8-0.
Obviously important for Henderson to get 1 to take away that bonus point.
And you just talked about Henderson needs to constructively get out of bounds so he can get a fresh start.
Definitely.
He's not going anywhere with that position they're in now.
Another takedown over here, 7-0.
Yeah, you're going to cut him.
By Hildebrand, I would say absolutely.
Cut him to try and get the bonus.
That would be his, yep. And there he goes.
So again, for those of you that aren't familiar with the way we're talking here, if you win by 7 or less, your team gets 3 points. 8 to 14, you get 4. A tech fall would be a 5, and pin would be 6. That's why we keep saying, boy, these 8-point wins would be huge.
Nice slide by. Did call him out. Wow.
To the IWCOA banquet. Guest speaker, Jay Robinson, head coach of Minnesota.
So he has a fresh start. Does have 20 seconds to possibly get one.
All award winners are invited to the banquet. You will be recognized in the program and acknowledged at your table. However, you are responsible.
So on the mat to our left, Indiana's going to get a major decision here. They'll take the lead in the duel 4-3. To our right, there's a takedown to make it 9-1. 30 seconds to go. Illinois has got to get himself moving and get that escape.
We again want to thank Shields.
And again, our program today is brought to you by the IWCOA. They do a lot of great things for the state, our state wrestling coaches and officials. You know, visit our website, IllinoisMapmen.com, and find out more about them. Big thing they've got coming up, Coach, is their all-state banquet. They're going to have a guest speaker. Jay Robinson's coming down from University of Minnesota, and Jay's a great speaker and motivator, so that'll be real neat. It's April 17th up in Countryside, up by in the suburb area. And
what a great opportunity to hear a legend speak.
Well, not only that, but it honors all the kids who've made All-State in the high school level. It honors their Hall of Fame people, the teams that do well. They pick Coach of the Year, so it's a really neat deal. And there's a good win for Iowa. They take a 7-6 lead over there in the duel to our left. Over here to our right, we're going to 126 pounds. Oh, excuse me, to our left, we're going to 126 pounds. This is Jacob Silzer for Illinois from Chicago St. Rita.
We have Gage Torres from Portage High School.
And to our right, we'll still go at 126. It's Brady Wilsey from Byron representing Illinois.
We have Brock Hudkins from Danville High School. Brock's actually committed to Northern Illinois University for you
we stole him
so you
from
stole an Indiana guy, good kid, hard worker.
And Wilsey is going to be one of 3 Illinois kids, Coach, who comes in here undefeated as a state champion. He represents Byron, which is one of our better Class A teams in the state. And he was 44-0 and obviously a state champ for us. So you're getting one of our better ones down there against you.
And Brock Hudkins is a 2-time state champion.
Oh, this should be a great one then. Well, let's focus on this one
match over here.
This should be really entertaining. Wilsey's in the black singlet.
Hudkins is coached by Steve Puglisi.
He's got that Russian locked up, and I like the way a lot of kids use that Russian, I hate to say as a stall tactic,
right,
but just to slow things down.
Sure.
Where he was looking to score instead of
looking for that trip.
And over to our left, we'll keep you informed over there. Illinois has got an early 2-0 lead. And that's Jacob Silzer, like I said, from St. Rita.
Gage Torres is coached by Leroy Vega, if you're familiar with Minnesota wrestling.
Yeah, we just talked about Jay Robinson, exactly.
Second place, Miles Trahey of Sanford. First place, Dane.
Oh, throw it here, boy. He's got that locked up. I don't know if he can get the throw part of it in or not. He's looking for it. Instead, just took the front trip to get the 2. That was a nice looking move.
Nice key lock to a standing key lock to the mat.
Be a big ride out if he can get it. We'll see. Boy, he needs to just run and maybe take his one if he could get it. Nah, he's still got that locked
Hudkins
up on the
got
head.
the wrist and making it tough.
We'll get stalemate. Good call because neither one was going to do much.
No, they weren't.
Big point for Illinois to get one here if he can.
If you are missing a card
Over to our left,
and can describe
they go to the second period, still 2-0 in favor of Illinois.
can describe it, please come to that table.
Here we go again, Coach. You see the legs thrown in over here to our left. A lot of legs today.
Yeah, that's And like I said, it's a great way if you do it right to slow down a match. And I mean, realistically, it's hard to turn a good wrestler for the most part unless you get him scrambling. Legs is a nice ride, slows down the match. And I think these kids will find when they get to college and compete, that's going to be a money move for them because of the riding time thing.
Definitely.
Get that leg in and ride it forever. He's doing a little bit different with his legs. He's working the lower part of the body, the banana split type of thing.
For a split.
Now he worked up a little bit to look for a power half. And we're on our feet over here to the right, 4-1 in favor of Indiana.
We can have all 113-pound award winners to report to the awards area. 113-pound award winners, please report to the awards area.
Wilsey in on another shot. A nice spike by the boy from Indiana. Boy, he's got that right arm just buried in there on the thigh to make it hard for Wilsey to even move. Wilsey doing a good job controlling it. I think he'd like to hit a tip off this if he could, but can't because of that spikes in so deep.
Wouldn't be surprised if you get a stalemate here pretty quick.
There's your call.
There you go.
Exactly. We'll go to the third, or no, excuse me, over here to our left. 25 seconds left in the second period.
Like Torres is riding pretty tough on top, which might be beneficial for him as he goes into the third period and has choice.
2-0 lead would be big. Oh, it's another nice shot here to our right and came up with it real hard. Just needs to stay in bounds. I like the way he used his shoulders and hip to dump that off. That still didn't get the point because the Wizard stayed in.
See if he can pick up that ankle and shelf it. Great whizzer by the Illinois wrestler.
His knees getting twisted under there.
Makes it tough. Yep, good call. Nice stalemate. Put them back on their feet.
Big. You don't want to give up points now with 10 seconds left. You want to.
Shalomi Silverman of Deerfield. 5th place, Sam Wojcik of Sandburg.
So Torres must have chose neutral.
Yeah, didn't have confidence in being able to get away.
Cody Rochelle of Manuka. 2nd place, Justin Major of Batavia.
Needs to get short, get that elbow short in order to score here.
So many kids off that front headlock. You get that elbow too deep. You use the great word short. Keep it in there shallow so that you can use it. You get it too deep, you can't do anything with it. When he's just riding heck out of him here to our right. Got the hips in solid. Look how he's on his toes to drive the shoulders back down on him. Too many times kids lay there on their knees and don't put any pressure on you when they're riding you. Oh, got to score. There's the escape. 4-2. He goes underneath again. I need to shoot him out. Nice scramble here.
Yeah, good movement.
The Indiana boy staying in perfect position, right at the edge. If he gets in a little trouble, he can just kind of bail out.
Had great head position. Looking to stay in good position to control the match. Illinois takes a 4-0 lead over here to our left.
We got the nice takedown. Now just need to stay solid to finish off the match, not do anything silly. And oh, nice high crotch to a double. And there's the 2 there. Again, quality match over here, like you said, one of your best against one of the best in Illinois. And right now, the Indiana boy's just a step tougher than he is. And to our left, Illinois gets the win there. And that would be Jacob Silzer from Chicago St. Rita. Now over there on the mat to our left, representing Illinois, will be Jared Foyles. Jared's from Roxana, which is one of the better programs in the southern part of our state.
Representing Indiana, we have Drake Rhodes from Homestead High School. High school coach is Nathan DeVaw.
And the match to our right just ended with
Brock Hutkins.
Hutkins getting the win over Brady Wilsey. Now coming up here to our right, Dylan Thurston, representing Illinois. He's from Washington, Illinois.
And we have Daniel Brookbank from Perry Meridian High School. High school coach is Matt Shutley, longtime backup or assistant coach to Jim Tante, who Perry Meridian is one of our multiple team champions for the past 10 years. Just been a really solid program Perry has, and they produce lots of solid guys. And Brookbank's one of those. Had an awesome tournament series. Got to watch him through the tournament series and just turned it on at the right time and ended up on the podium.
And then Thurston, like I said, is representing Washington High School. They were our Class 2A state champion as a team, and real impressive team that they had this year. They did some things real solid. I mean, I keep mentioning classes here. We have 3 classes. How about in Indiana?
We actually only have one class. Yeah,
so your school's with 100 kids competing against the ones with 4,000, if you have any that big and stuff.
There's a lot of debate. You can see there are a lot of threads posted every year about whether we should or whether we shouldn't. I don't think it'll ever change, but
Thurston over there is using this tip, which Washington kids run so well. They get off the takedown, get a near fall off of it. Well, we get ours just the opposite. People think there's too many classes here. They think we should narrow it down instead of having 3, go back to our old 2-class system. So whatever it amounts to, somebody's not going to be happy. So
right, correct.
Let the controversy go. Thurston 5-0 lead to our right for Illinois. Over to our left, it's 2-2.
We actually have a team state that's held by the Coaches Association that is classed, and we have 3 classes. It's actually a very interesting, fun, energetic atmosphere. It really helps the small schools of Indiana give them something to compete for. So it's a pretty neat idea that the coaches have put together.
Because we also have the team duels, which is run through the IHSA. How do you set your pairings for when you have the team things?
What they do is they at the sectionals and regionals, they keep score basically on how your kids finish and who's coming back. And there's this whole point system that they have that basically automatically qualifies some schools. Okay. And then it's by invite. They look and see who has a good solid team and would wrestle well, and then they do some invites. I think there's 12 teams that are invited, 8 are automatics, and 4 teams are given an invitation. So
it sounds like a nice type of situation. Like you said, gives those smaller schools a chance to do something as a team instead of trying to do it against a school that's got so many more kids.
Yeah, they say it's really helpful to recruit kids. In those small schools, they get numbers out to help compete at that state tournament.
Because we've got a couple small schools. You saw a boy from Byron. In a couple minutes, you'll be seeing 3 kids from Dakota. They're our 2 top Class A schools, and their teams are both very, very competitive on the upper levels.
Now, when you explain to Indiana people, if Indiana people are listening, your 1A is that your big school?
No, that's the smallest.
That's your
1A
smallest.
is smallest. We work our way up. 3A is the biggest one as far as stuff goes. Thurston tries this tip again. And I don't know how familiar you are with these tips these kids use, and certain kids just do this so pretty.
Penn State likes to run. They do a lot of those.
Let's call it the David Taylor tip, because I think he made it. He did
make it famous. Yeah.
So that's all Thurston keeps doing. He's taken him down and then tipped him 3 times to have a 10-0 lead.
Fairly tight match over here, going in the middle of the second period.
Nice
Still
scramble.
Close.
Oh, maybe just take the 1 here. And he gets
good
the 1.
Good scramble for both guys, and only giving up 1.
Yeah, the Illinois boy is in position, and boy, he was looking to try and get 5, and it just wasn't there, so he got smart and bailed himself out. So now Thurston's got to be thinking about a tech fall here, get the extra team point. He leads 10-0. And again, with his tip series, it's really hard to defend. Once he gets that wrist trapped, you're in big trouble.
Good solid duel over here to our left. These guys are keeping the action up for sure.
Big point to score. Got it. Yep. Maybe the Illinois boy got a little lazy and he got on kept moving him and ended up moving him and getting on top for the takedown. That's huge, scoring that late to take that 7-3 lead.
See a great a token of sportsmanship as Coach Brad Harper from Penn is actually coaching a Homestead kid, so great to see those guys help each other out.
Well, that's what's neat. You can, if you have the option, you can come and coach your wrestler. But I understand coming from Indiana, that's probably a trip for some of these guys. So it is kind of nice that somebody else is able to help them out. But again, how much do they know about this boy's style?
Well, they're actually they're not too far away from each other. They're northern Indiana. Homestead is more towards the Fort Wayne area, which is northeast.
So would they be big rivals then?
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
They're far enough away. But Harper's been, Team Indiana coach, and he knows a lot of these guys. So.
Well, I like the coach over there. Like I said, well, he's not just sitting there in that chair. He's up very animated and excited.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Even though it's not his wrestler, look, he's up there again telling him to cut him. He wants to get that major. He's looking for the.
He's a very charismatic coach.
Tried to cut him. He didn't come up. So that'll make it 9-4. If I do my math correctly, he'd have to take him down twice more.
So I'm talking about Coach Harper, but Blake Glagowski from Fairfield, his dad's coaching there as well. So multiple entities over there in the corner.
There's 11-5. Needs one more takedown to get the major, assuming he could ride him out. And here Thurston's got a 12-0 lead. Boy, he needs one more tip to get that tech fall if he could. A lot of time. And there's the major. See if he can ride him for the next 40 seconds. No confidence.
It looks like he's going to go ahead and keep the action up.
No confidence that he could ride him. He's going to cut him and say, I can take you down. I think the boy from Illinois is a little tired here. He's not looking.
Yeah, looking a little spent.
And we talked about that earlier. It's been a long time for some of these kids. They take some time off after a long season and come in here and try and compete at this level. Thurston's sitting there with, I think he's sitting on 3.
Obviously big for Brookbank to break free here and give up a
Thurston needs his head in
tech
the ribs.
fall.
No, way too high. Can't see on the ref's hand how many. I must have only given him 2 because he's still counting off of it. Yeah, cool. Only got 2, 20 seconds left. Boy from Indiana just going to hold that leg. He doesn't want to get tipped one more time or give up the tech. So Indiana gets another major there. They lead 8-6 in the duel to our left. And we'll go to 138 pounds over there. This will be Jared Brunagel from Belleville Althoff Catholic, 45-2 with his season last year.
And Dalen Sherd from Crown Point High School, coached by Scott Vlink, senior year record of 40-3 with a 4th place finish.
And Brunagel was second in our Class A state tournament. Again, like we talked about, that's our lower class, our smaller schools. Thurston gets a 14-0 win, and again,
what a great job to hold off.
Yeah, I was going to say, Indiana boy, he didn't give up. It meant something to him not to get tech fall to save you guys a point. So it keeps them, the duel moving on 10-10 now. And we'll go to 138 there. Over there, this will be Zach Kraus from Plainfield East. Zach is 42-3 this past year for Plainfield.
Evan Eldred is representing Indiana. He's from Westfield High School, coached in the corner by Terry O'Neill. Terry just got his 300th win this season. Been coaching a long time.
Well, that's always good to see coaches that stay in it for a long time. I'm also big on getting younger people like yourself in, because eventually we all get too old and we need somebody to replace us who's qualified. So it's great to see that your state's kind of doing the same thing. You got your veterans along with your younger people. And I don't know, in Illinois, what they've done is our honorary coaches for this. They bring in our 3 guys who were our coaches of the year last year and ask them to come.
Oh, wow, that's neat.
It's kind of a neat honor for them. Over on the mat to our right, John Murray, representing Geneseo High School, is doing the coaching there as the honorary coach. Brunegel's in on a shot. Got to be able to finish that.
Looks like Dalen is taking a 2-0 lead over here to our left.
Needs to mat return him if he can. Nice mat return. Use that hip. Got the knee in the right spot. Needs to stay in bounds. Over our right, they're kind of in a stalemate position. Neither one's really looking to improve.
Yeah, this is Evans' style. Eldred is, a tough kid to score on. Solid, stays in good position. Kind of frustrates people a little bit.
Again, Illinois is on his feet again. He just can't do anything. Now he tries to hit a switch.
Switch there.
See if he can step over. Boy from Indiana's doing a nice job keeping that leg up by his ear, though.
Looks like he's going to score this.
Okay, we'll see what happens in the scramble. Not much time left in the period. That was kind of smart. Just gave him one.
Yeah.
And to our right, there's 0-0. And we'll go to the second period. Again, first time it's come up. No score in the first period. I know we talk about this quite a bit. Do you defer or do you take bottom to get that first point? So you got that sudden victory choice.
Being that these guys probably haven't wrestled and don't know each other, I'm assuming they're going to go ahead and go down and get your one and take the lead early.
That's always the advice I give people, but like you said, it depends on your wrestler. Some kids, you don't have that confidence in them on the bottom as much amounts to. Tried to slide the leg in. Not in real deep yet. Over on our left, Illinois boy's got a leg in and it's buried real solidly. Well, he's trying to tip him.
He's close.
They're not giving him the.
We do have officials from both states, so you see a little bit different style in how they call things.
Yeah, because I noticed that in Illinois, not only there's a difference between southern officials, central officials, and northern officials.
Definitely.
So everybody's got their own style of officiating. As coaches, sometimes you got to scout that out a little bit so you know exactly what the person's going to call and what he sees, especially as far as stalling. And over here, Illinois gets the escape. He leads 1-0.
Illinois riding tough to our left, just making it a really tough second period, which is obviously good for him going in down one. He's already got an escape before. He should feel pretty confident about going down in the third.
Like you said, huge ride out if he could get it. Stalemate with 40-some seconds.
So we missed a takedown, I guess, over here to our right. So Eldred taking a 2-1.
Well, that's the neat thing about doing two matches. You get a chance to see some of both, but the bad thing is you don't get a chance to see some of both also. You miss some of the good things, but you at home can see it, and that's always nice. Again, riding, trying to slide that leg in again.
Needs to open him up a little bit more.
And again, we always talk about when we do broadcast.
Did slip it into the others from the other side.
That was unique. Watch it for entertainment, but also watch to learn some things. I mean, I, as an old guy, can still sit here and learn and watch, and in other words, help kids out eventually. So just watch to say, gee, I had a good time. Learn some technique and maybe learn how to do it yourself.
Great trip to a drop double by the Illinois guy on our left.
So he's got a 4-2 lead.
Slid the legs in, and boy, he's been tough on the legs.
Once he gets those legs set, he's been real solid.
He's made a rough second period for Dalen.
Keeps trying to get the shoulder pulled through. Maybe he could change off to a power hat. Now he got it buried. And he's going to get the near fall, see what they give him off the deal. 3 near fall, that'll make it 7-2. Minute left, one more turn, and he's just been really solid with those. And that just wears your head out the way he's beating on you up there. Over to the mat to the right. Got the leg in, got a little high with it. And for the reversal, Illinois Boyum should maybe just bail out. And there's the reversal. Again, Brunegel, real solid performance. Remember, he got behind early, 2-0, stayed with it, and since then, boy, once he got to be on top, he was just all set.
Yeah,
see if he can get the
definitely took control.
Not enough time, just got the 2 points for the near fall instead of the 3. And that's great skill to have. You get on top people and can turn them.
He did a great job wearing out Sherg, being tough on top, ended up scoring multiple times with it.
Okay, over on the mat to our left will be the first of 3 Dakota kids back-to-back here. Like I said, they're our top program in our smaller schools. Greg Krulis, record of 40 wins and 2 losses for them this past year.
Yeah, representing Indiana, we have Isaac Eicher from Leo. High school coach is Rod Williams. Isaac was a 42-2 record, finishing 7th place.
And Krulis was a state champ for us in the Class A part of it. And over here in a second to our right, you'll see our AA state champ, Hunter Grau. And Hunter was one of our undefeated wrestlers, 44-0. So that's a good win for Indiana on our match to our right. Team dual scores right now. On the right, Indiana leads 13-10. On the left, Illinois leads 9-8. And remember, on the mat to our left, he's got a catch-up match at 106, so they are one match behind. Again, like I just said, Hunter Grau from Geneseo, going to represent Illinois over here to the right, and you're going to enjoy watching him, Coach. He's a real treat to watch.
Jordan Vaughn will be representing Indiana from Franklin Central High School. Jordan was a 45-4 as a senior. High school coach is Gary Fox. Jordan was a runner-up last year and placed 4th this year, so he's been to the big dance and wrestled some big matches, so it'll be interesting to see how he does here.
On mat 11 at 145 from Team Reagan, Greg Krulis, and Team Brand Indiana, Isaac Eicher.
Grau has the front headlock on, spins and steps out of bounds.
Great move.
Krulis in on a shot, see if he can stay in bounds to finish it. And nice bailout job.
Hunter Grau, and from Team Blue Indiana, Jordan Vaughn.
And again, Coach, we talk about the high school rules and so on. See your feelings on this one. You're at the edge of the mat. You initiate a move. As soon as your toe goes out, according to high school rules, you're out of bounds. Would you like to see it maybe go to a college type of thing where once you initiate the move, they give you a little bit more room to finish it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you have the space and the safety of the wrestlers are at mind and you're able to keep a toe in and continue the wrestling, I don't see where that would hurt. I think that would be a great rule to add to the high school, at the high school level.
Because I always feel bad for somebody to make a nice shot and just happens to be that toe doesn't quite drag in, and they basically wasted. You're not going to get many good chances to score against a quality person.
You know, we spend a lot of time in the winters in the wrestling gym. Anything you can do to keep the action going in wrestling, and you know, when you add 3 or 4 feet to the edge of the mat, you're really talking about opening up a much bigger mat surfacing wrestling area. So I'm all for it.
And Grau in on a shot, and he'll take a 4-1 lead now.
Yeah, 0-0 over here to our left.
See what we do with the defer call here. He chooses to defer. And Krulis will take the bottom. So Grau leads 4-1 over to the mat on the right. And he's going to choose neutral. Oh, trying for that 3/4 Nelson here on the mat to the left. Nice job keeping your head up. That's pretty much the only counter to that. Keep that head up. Maybe always tell the kids,
Flatten
watch
out.
TV. Keep
Yeah,
that
watch TV.
Get that elbow on the ground and the hand on your chin.
Good job, Eicher, knowing where he was at, stepping out of bounds, get a fresh start here.
The boy's done a nice job of slowing Grau down. He's not letting him get in rhythm as far as being able to move him so much. So far, it's been a real competitive match. Legs in again here to our left. Nice scramble to counter the legs. The Illinois boy's got a score here. He's in good position. Just has to keep moving if he can. Now let's see if they're going to. He's got the roll. See when it becomes the control, and now he's going to get some backs. And again, that's the deal we talked about earlier. You run a risk when you move a lot off the bottom against legs of getting yourself in trouble. But that time he was confident enough, and he ended up putting the Indiana boy in trouble off the thing. So he got his 2 reversal, and he's sitting on the 3 near fall.
Locks up a figure 4. Very solid position to be in, looking to score some more backs.
Yeah, he's still sitting on his 3 off the roll, though.
Oh, yep.
And there he gives him the 3. So right now we've got Illinois winning on both matches in the individual parts, and the team part on the mat to our right, Indiana's got that 13-10 lead, so Grau could tie it here if he could stay with this score right now. Again, we'll go to the 3rd period here pretty quick.
These guys have had some really good scrambles going on.
Usually Grau scores off those scrambles, and your guys doing a great job of countering him and keeping him. He's right in the match here because he's going to take bottom, and I assume Grau will cut him.
Yeah, there he
goes.
goes.
4-2.
He signals the optional start. Dakota kid looks really good, really comfortable on top, doing a good job riding legs.
Well, for a small school, like I said, they're in our they wrestle a kind of a national schedule. They go up to some of the bigger tournaments up in Minnesota and Wisconsin, and their kids compete really well.
So in Indiana, we have a rule where you can only travel so far from home base. So it's interesting to hear you say they go to Minnesota.
Well, no, a lot of the better schools go out to the tournament in Ohio, the Ironman out there. Then Minnesota, I think the Clash is up there, the Cheesehead up in Wisconsin. So that makes it real good for kids, get a chance to go up and do all that. Think of the deal, your high school kids get to travel all over the Midwest to compete. So why don't we focus over here on the match to our right where Grau leads 4-2 with, as you can see, 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and see if he can get something going, or if boy from Indiana can fight it off, maybe come back and get a win. He's done a nice job of
countering that snatch single.
And here's where conditioning could come in a little bit because they both used a lot of energy.
They have. They've been getting after it.
A reminder, we have classic dual and freshman sophomore state championship t-shirts
Grouse stays in really good position. Seems hard to move him.
Now it looks like he's resting a little bit, backing himself to the edge. Did smartly circle himself back in, so he avoided the potential stall call. And over there, Illinois gets the win. It was a major, I believe, when we lost concentration from over there. And that would make the team score over there 13-8 in favor of Illinois. And we'll go to 140 or 152 pounds. This will be the second of the 3 Dakota kids. Jared Packer. Jared with a record of 44-6.
Andrew Herron from Jennings County will represent Indiana. High school coach Howard Jones Jr. Andrew finished 4th place with a 43-5 record.
Here's where Indiana's over to our right. So you have 1 shot in him, 15 seconds left to get back to a tie and send it to overtime. And there's the warning for Grau. And Illinois is going to hang on there to get the win. 13-13 now as far as the duel goes. And we'll go to 152 pounds over there. Fernie Silva from Rockton Hononegah. Fernie with a record of 40 wins and 2 losses in his past season.
This will be the second Portage kid, Stephen Lawrence. 2nd place finisher this year.
And Fernie was a state champ in our top system, in our top level here, 3A. So he's, again, the best we've got sending at you. So it's one we need to win if we're going to stay in the duel.
I was very impressed with Stephen Lawrence. He, you know, we don't always know these guys, and we worked them out, and Stephen was just an animal in the room yesterday. The practice meant something to him, so it was good to see his work ethic.
Maybe explain to us what you guys did as a team. Did you bring all the kids over and stay in a certain spot and then work out, or?
Yeah, we had a meet over at Lincoln College. Really nice room, nice facilities.
Oh yeah, right up
them.
about 30 miles
30
north
miles
of here,
up the road, and had a workout there, and you know, kind of told the kids, you know, kind of organized everything. That was the first time we really had met with them.
And you just met them there?
Correct.
Silva gets the early takedown here and then cut him for a 2-1 lead. And you just hope they reported in shape, right?
Right.
Oh,
great
nice
double
blast
leg.
double. Yeah, it was really pretty. So it takes a 3-2 lead, Indiana does over there. Looking Spladle over here to our left. I don't know if he's got it.
Might just be a defense, too.
Yeah.
I'm not sure we're going to score it.
I don't think he was going to be able to do anything off that, but he looked like he was trying to lock it up. And Silva over here to our right, he needs to get the escape and get himself out of there and back to he's up. And again, how long are you going to let him stand back there in the back before the mat return? He just cut him. Good, smart wrestling there. Instead of just giving up the stall and then the escape, he just said, okay. Silver staying awful low now. He got blast doubled a second ago, so he's not going to come up into that again.
0-0 here at the end of the first.
Yeah, we've had about 3 or 4 in a row where it's been low scoring after the first. Right now, 0-0 again. Silva in on a nice shot. See if he can finish it late in the period.
See if Steven can hold on here.
Keeping his head high.
Nice.
Keeping that.
Good scramble.
See what happens at the end.
0. Good job.
Yeah, real nice scramble
Impressive.
to not give up points. Looks like over to our right, whoever shoots is in better position to score, so maybe they both ought to be a little more offensive. And Silva goes down in the second period.
Andrew Herron did choose bottom.
Like we talked about early, 0-0 score. That's sometimes a wise decision. And we get legs in over here to our right. Again, we saw a lot of legs with the smaller kids over in Indiana's bigger kids throw a lot of legs too, or is it just the smaller types of?
You know, a lot of the smaller guys up to the middle weights.
And there's the escape. So it's 1-0 in favor of Indiana. Over to our right, boy, he's just riding the heck out of him with that leg in. And slowed the match down quite a bit. Boy, in that first period, a lot of it was on their feet and a lot of shooting and scrambling. Now he's, and then Silva gets the escape lead.
Attention, we have a fault that was turned in, was lost over by the awards area.
So Heron did make it up to his feet for a 1-0 lead here in the second period. Nice shot.
Nice shot. Well, that
Good
was
finish.
just pure quickness. Like they got there so fast.
Nice high crotch. Got to the corner and scored it. There's legs
Well,
again.
I like that. That was
Yeah.
nice trip over here to our right. Didn't score with it because of the high school rule, but I like the way he flipped that hip in there real hard. Again, we talk about techniques. So much of wrestling people don't understand your hips. You can do all the things you want with your hands and shoulders, but boy, if you know how to use those hips and put them in the right spot, it's so effective. Oh, nice shot again. Boy, when these two decide to, they shoot some impressive takedowns.
Very athletic individuals. So 3-0 going into the third here to our left. Dakota chooses neutral. Must have been, didn't feel confident after the initial takedown. Didn't get an escape.
The only thing is now you got to take him down twice or take him down to turn him or throw him. Maybe he's got a good throw that he's confident in.
He's long. He might have a good.
We'll see what happens here in the next. Silva leads 6-3. He'll go to the top over here. Got an arm bar locked.
So now 7-0. Do you go neutral, go to your feet, try to get the major for the team?
Got to cut him here because I think he can ride him all day long, but that's no riding time here. But we'll see what he does.
Do not see a signal. It looks like he's going to stay on top. Maybe go for a turn. Got plenty of time.
Yes, he does. And Silva got a turn over here. He needs to get his left hip to the ground. Now it's a scramble. And there's going to be 3 near fall and probably coming back 2 reversal. Good call. Makes it 9-5. Yeah, here's where you're Silva. You just got to use your head. I don't think he's going to turn you. So just lay there and kind of make sure you don't get hit for stalling. The Indiana boys getting a little excited here, trying some things to get
I think
back
he
in the
realized
match.
that he wasn't going to get much on top, so maybe
same
come out
deal.
front.
Doesn't do you any good to lose 9-5.
No.
I mean, as long as you keep it within 8, and that makes it 10-5. Now you just don't want to get thrown.
I think he called him for a football carry, so official stopped the match.
Go ahead and explain to us what that is.
Yeah, it's just like when you carry a football, you kind of put one arm over the other, over the one arm's on top of the football, one's under. You know, the football being the head.
The head. That's the point where we're looking for there.
So it can be a little tight, and you can sometimes apply it as a choke. So official made the right call.
Over to the left, he rode him out, but
did
still
not get
only
the
7-0.
7-0.
That
Maybe
makes it 13-11 as far as the team score over there, still in favor of Illinois. And we'll go to 160 pounds there. This
fun match.
This
Stephen Lawrence in Illinois, the young man from Illinois. Silva. Just a fun match. Get very athletic guys. Both brought it.
I'd pay to watch that one. That was fun.
That was fun to watch.
Okay, now we're to 160 pounds. To our left, Nathan Olson from Dakota, 45-2. He'll be wrestling from Indiana.
Sam Bublik from Carmel High School. Head coach is Ed Pendowski.
And to our right, again, you're getting another one of our best, another one of our undefeated state champions, Jose Champagne from Chicago Heights, Marion.
Yeah, and representing Indiana, Caden Whitaker from Martinsville High School. They're just south of Indianapolis.
Over here, Illinois is in on a shot. See if he can keep the tie. I just push out. He's not going to get anything. Good call by the ref. We're having some computer problem over on Matt to our right. That's the delay over there.
Yeah, he said that there was a forfeit, and they actually have a match, so they're trying to figure out how to fix that situation. So we'll go to our left here.
That's the great thing about computers. When they work great, it makes it so easy. When they don't, you can't do anything about it. So,
you know, with everything being online these days with track wrestling,
well, see,
we've all been to those tournaments where it didn't work well. You'll never forget those.
I'm old enough to remember back in the old days we wrote out the bout sheets hand by hand, wrote out the brackets and all those things. Track, if it's working right, it does everything in the world for you. Again, we're sponsored today by the IWCOA, Illinois Coaches and Officials Association. Some of the different things they sponsor coming up. Call it the Midwest National Tournament. It's in July. Over in Bloomington, Illinois. Last year, there was over 1,200 kids wrestling this age groups through all the way through the old guys. You could come and wrestle in it if you wanted to, Aaron. But
yeah, I don't think so. I think I'll stay retired. But I appreciate the invite.
Okay, again, we got started over here. Champagne got the front headlock on. And slide or throw by, and he gets the 2, so he'll lead 2-0.
Coach, you talked about hips a minute ago, and Champagne just stopped Whitaker's. Great shot by Whitaker. Used his hips. Great stop, and came out on top there.
He's part of a Chicago Heights Marion program that's really moving their way up. They've got some nice things going. They had, in our AA level, they had 5 kids in the state's finals championship match, so, and a couple of them were freshmen, so they're on their way up in that level.
0-0 over here to our left.
I think that's 4 times now we've seen that over to our left. These kids are a little bit.
I think only once did they defer, so Sam did have the choice and chose down.
Kind of using a methodical power stand here, making sure nice job of getting hand control. That's why he came up so slow. He was making sure he had that hand where he wanted it and then got to his feet and got the escape. And over here, Champagne's riding hard on top late in the first period. See if he can ride out the period. Again, now we're getting late, a little bit later in the duel. Here's where strategy can come into play. We talked about over here to our left, Indiana didn't take the opportunity maybe to cut him and get that bonus point with another takedown. See if that's going to come back to hurt them later on in the duel. Hopefully it stays that close. But it's always interesting to come down to the last match to see who's going to win it for you. Champagne's on his feet. See how quickly he can mat return. Nice job of mat returning him. That was kind of a unique one. He didn't really trip him. He just kind of walked him into him and then used his hips to get him back to the ground. And there he just cut him 2-1. Over here, Illinois is in on a shot. Just see if we can keep the toes in to finish it. Oh, nice scramble there, but they go out of bounds. Champagne's head's a little bad positioning there. We'll see if he twists, step back the other way. Good. his head wasn't in position to take him the way you normally would, so he just stepped back and hipped him over. Now, pin would be huge if he could get it.
Yeah, obviously Whitaker needs to bail out and did a good job. You know, Caden was a runner-up 2 years ago, so he's wrestled tough competition over the years.
And we talked about earlier the Fargo programs in Illinois. Those are huge. Our kids to be part of Team Illinois means so much to them. And to go out, we've had great success not only in the Fargo but also in the team duels, Greco and freestyle. And Indiana, you put that much emphasis on it also? Well,
you know, we host the schoolboy duels in Indianapolis, so that's a big USA event. We also host the Scholastic duels, which is getting ready to come up in Illinois. Always sends a couple teams to the Scholastic duels. It's your underclassmen who are your best in the state, basically, I think. So, yeah, we are obviously opportunities to wrestle tough competition, you know, kind of hones the skills of our athletes.
Champaign with that 7-1 lead going to third.
Yeah, important for Whitaker here to stay tough, continue to wrestle here. 7-1, you know, it is a close duel at 13-6.
Champaign, boy, he gets to that shot so well. See if he can finish it.
We have an interesting match going on over here to our left. Third period, 1-1, so it might be interesting to see how it finishes up.
Yeah, why don't we focus on that one a little bit, see what happens, because Champaign we'll keep you informed, but Champaign leading 7-1 over to our right. Illinois is in on a shot again. He just can't finish it from
He can't.
there.
Sam's been, Bublik's been holding tough, just being a tough guy to score on. Just keep working, Coach says. He's been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, just keep the pressure on. I'm a firm believer. Let conditioning come into play. When someone's as good as you are, you go after them and try and wear them out and beat them on a mistake. We get a stalemate over here to our right. Champaign needs a takedown to get that extra team point if possible. There's a nice shot. See if he can keep the toes in.
Good job of keeping the toes in.
He does run it in. Nice, very nice.
The Dakota wrestler did have a head loop in, but didn't have the hips with him, so going ahead and awarded the 2. You know, I think that was the first shot I saw.
Yeah, he maybe caught him by surprise, but it was a beautiful
real
shot.
Methodical, but when it was there, he went for it.
Champagne's in a scramble position over here.
Oh, great.
Nice
way to finish out.
Yep, nice scramble. Whitaker finished it real nicely.
You know, that's important. Win that battle because, you know, team points.
Keeps the team part.
Keep the team.
Here we're going to go inside 10 seconds, and he cut him to make it 3-2.
Got a nice front headlock locked up.
Yep, just should stay there and
just keep moving a little bit so he maybe doesn't stale out.
And that's going to be a big win for Indiana. Puts them ahead in the duel 14-13. And here's Champaign leading 8-3. Whitaker may be looking for a splayed over. I don't think he's going to get the leg where he wants it. And so Illinois will take the lead over there 19-13. And we'll go to 170 pounds now. And representing Illinois in the mat to our got lost here for a second, Coach. On the mat to our right will be Cole Witzig, Cole from Troy Triad. On the mat to our left,
we have Drew Hughes from Lowell. Drew's high school coach is Bobby Howard. He's a 3-time finalist, was won twice. He came in second as a freshman, so has committed to Michigan State. So you will see Drew in the wrestling for the Spartans.
Okay, on the mat to our left will be Colton Cashmore from Hebron, Illinois, and he was a state champ in our Class A division, which is, again, our smaller schools.
Yeah, we have Hunter Moat from Delphi. He was a runner-up this year, had a great finish to his season. Head coach is Mike Atwood, who's sitting in the corner right now.
Yeah, over here to the right, Cole Witzig, his dad was his coach this year. Had been for years. Russ has been head coach at Triad for countless years, and his boy got to wrestle in the state championship. And it was kind of neat to watch a father-son at that deal for a state championship.
I just finished up coaching my son about 3 years ago, and know how they feel.
Now it's
a little different being dad and trying to coach at that level, and then being a coach as well. So always an interesting combination.
Yep, sometimes some people can coach their sons, others just weren't meant to coach their sons is what it amounts to. So I think that we're working on some computer problems again to our right.
So both. Oh no, we have injury time over here.
To the
blood,
left.
Yeah, blood time.
Over here it's going to be tough for us. They're both wearing almost the same singlet.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, again, while we have a break in the action, just some background on the IWCOA, some of the different things they offer to their members. $1 million liability insurance policy, rules interpretations, clinics, help us as coaches go through and maybe learn some things. Different clinics for their officials, do a nice job. They support this all-star duel, support this Fresh South tournament that's going along around us right now. They have their Hall of Fame. They've got their Midwest Nationals. Come to our website, IllinoisMatmen.com, if you're interested, and you can actually apply and get your membership through the website.
Well, that answered your question to our left is we see the legs are in, Coach. You were asking me.
There's a big guy doing it.
You got a big guy doing it, so.
In the early takedown.
Match 4 on deck, 195, Caleb Glendera, David Collin. Collin, Glendera, 195, Match 4, you're on deck. We can have the 152-pound award winners report to the award area. 152-pound.
Again, the Indiana wrestlers just riding him real hard. All slid that second leg in, and now he should be able to ride him for a while. It's really hard to come up. I did build up off of it. Nice counter by the boy. Now he's on his feet.
Hunter really trying to work hard here to get a ride out, it looks like. Looks like close to a reversal here. He gets out the back door.
Needs to score.
Good scramble. Grabbed an ankle, did what he needed to do here. And a kick out for one.
Kick out for the one. Boy, he just dove at him there to try to get to the takedown. All right, the hold up on the other match, on the match to our right, what they did was they switched sides for the Illinois kids. And that's why I was confused. I originally announced Witzig over here to our left. Well,
okay.
That's where he was supposed to be. They switched him to our right. And that was the holdup. They had to get the computers set on that. An early takedown gives Indiana 2-0 lead over the match to the right. And we're on blood time again to our left. So Illinois is kind of maybe messing with you here to try and win this duel, adjusting their guys
looks
a
like
little
they're
bit.
doing a little bit of adjustment.
Okay.
Team Illinois switched their two guys. Yeah, you guys caught that?
Yeah, we did. We did catch the switch.
Again, Witzig trying to kick. And again, we talked about that earlier. The counter to that's to kick out hard, and he kicked and ended up out of bounds, and they didn't call him for fleeing the mat, which I really like that call. So it's still 2-0.
Yeah, definitely a good no call. He was working. That happened to be the direction in which he was headed.
And over to our left, Illinois got the leg in, and he trails 2-1, as you can see on your scoreboard. He's working more of the lower body with the leg.
Looking to thread the wrist there and look for a tilt. We have injury time or blood time.
Blood time again.
Stand at 152 pounds, our freshman sophomore place winners,
Head lever over here to the left. Not able to get his hip into it enough, though. Going to make it real hard to do things.
6th place, Joseph Calhoun of Johnsburg. 5th place, Clayton Bell of Muhammad Seymour.
Doing a nice job of slowing down the match, though.
Yeah, really has that head wedge out there, taking away the ability, you know, really prying Moat's shoulders to the mat, making it tough to work up.
Be a big ride out if he could get it for the
Yeah,
last 30
Mo
seconds.
needs to work real hard here to get his one, make a big difference at the 3rd period here. And it looks like he might get it. Maybe ends up going for a
look
reversal.
For the 2 instead. We'll see what if it works out for him. Maybe he should just, he's going to come up, keep the toes in.
You know, might end up in a stalemate here and not get any.
Boy should just get a crotch lock in and get a stalemate, see what happens.
And
nope, he did give him the one. He gave him the one. Good call, actually, on it. And legs in again over here to our right. And we'll go to the 3rd period.
We've seen a lot of legs today. It's always interesting to see how they're applying the legs. Each one of them seems to be a little bit different on how they work it.
Like I said, I sit here and learn too. Learn the different ways that they get the legs in and the different things they do with their hands. And bottom line is get those hips into it no matter what you do to do it. Over here to the right, we saw a nice, and I always say one of the most important things you can do is correctly mat return somebody. If you mat return them and put them in a position where you can then turn them, that's a good time to turn somebody. It's a solid wrestler. Whereas if you just mat return and then try and transition to your pinning combination, good kids are going to bail out and you're not going to score. So again, Illinois needs to get moving down here. He trails 3-1. Needs to get to his feet and get the point and look for a takedown or maybe a reversal to tie it. But he's got to get moving. Can't let that leg come in. And over on our right, coach from Indiana's question, I think a near fall call. Brings the referee over to talk to him. Over to our left, he has caught the leg this time. It didn't quite get in. He's still kind of trying to work that tip, even though he doesn't have the legging because he's got the elbow trapped, actually.
Seems to be very comfortable there.
It's nothing else. He's just riding time out. Boy, he's got that 3-1 lead.
He's kept that ankle hooked there.
Staying on ankle hooked with his leg, ankle grabbed with his hand, and he's just chewing up time. As you can see, they're under 20 seconds.
Getting a little trouble here. It seems like we.
I don't want to make a mistake and give up a reversal.
Position. Looks like we might give up the reversal here.
We'll see inside the last 10, see what happens. As long as he keeps that elbow up there by his chin.
Got to keep that wrist, and he did.
Gave up the reversal at the buzzer.
They're going to discuss it.
Now we'll go to overtime. Good call. I mean, it was there.
Yeah.
Over here, Witzig gives up the escape, and he trails 3-0. And on a shot, see if he can finish this. Remember, first points win in overtime. Just needs to keep stepping real hard. Yep. Oh, nice job by the boy from Indiana. He's going to step
Talk
over
about
and win
hips,
the match.
Coach.
Yeah, that
Stepped
was all
over
hips.
and
He was in horrible position, bailed out, got kind of where he was kind of in a neutral spot,
got a
and then
good
just
hard
used his
bump
hips. And that big point, 17-13 now in favor of Indiana. We'll go to 182 pounds, Jacob Ellsbury from Byron High School, 42-3. And he'll be against
Cameron Jones from Lawrence North High School.
So this duel is getting down to the end here. We're at, like I said, 182 and 17-13. Remember, we've got the 106 match to catch up there.
Correct.
So it's still got the one extra match.
Cameron Jones' high school coach is Brian Seltzer. Brian and I go way back, Coach. Wrestled in high school together about 25 years ago. So we know Brian real well. Nice guy, good hard worker. He's done well at Lawrence North.
Well, that's the neat thing about coaching. We see that with our IWCOA. You get a chance to, I use the word bond with other coaches. You get a chance to know them and meet them and have a good time as far as doing some things. And that's what makes the sport so enjoyable. And again, we're still on blood cleanup over here to our right. Okay, now we're set and ready to go. Witzig right now trails middle of the second period. He's got to get himself moving, get himself back in this match. Nice job with the legs again.
Really solid power half
going on. Oh, boy, he got
on.
that thing buried, doesn't he?
Yeah. He had a 2 count, going for his 3 count.
Two, and then we had to stop it because they saw blood. And again, that's always a tough call for a referee. Boy, you got a guy on his back and he's scoring and everything else. You look up and you see that blood, and the rule says you got to stop it.
Yeah, the rule is got to stop. So obviously, officials going to follow the rules and
pulled Witzig out of a big problem there because he was buried.
Fourth place, Jimmy Bartel of Maine South. Third place, Van Narte of Normal Community. Second place, Aaron Metzger of Rochelle. And first place, Jack Bond of Oak Valley, your champion.
Again, things have slowed down a little bit over to the mat to our left. I think they're going to try and
they're going to wait until they finish. Yeah, there's quite a bit of blood time on this mat.
They want to keep you all interested to the end to see who can pull off winning the duels this year.
Because if you remember, we went into overtime on this match, so and they started at the same time, so it's been quite a long match.
Boy, he does a nice job of sliding those legs in.
Yeah, very effective at getting them in and applying the pressure.
Again, we're going to go, looks like, to the third period, 7-0 in favor of Indiana. Again, big team points sitting there possibly to get that 8-point decision if you can. They got to potentially, boy, he's just burying that power half against him, and that's what the potentially dangerous calls have been. And we'll go to the third.
Yeah, he's burying the, as he's putting that power half in, he's also grabbing the wrist and making it pretty tight, pretty effective.
Witzig chooses neutral.
Yeah, I don't think I can blame him there.
Nope, don't want to go underneath, I don't think. Not after what we've seen so far. And see if we can get him moving. Well, that's just a nice counter. Boy, he got on top of him and got the takedown. And I don't think he got the too near fall. Still working. Yeah, like you said, look at that wrist he's got with his right hand. Instead of really a power half, he takes it and grabs that wrist and kind of jerks it in. And there's 2 more near fall. Now we just went from worried about a major, now worried about maybe a tech. Good boy, he's just burying that. Not scoring yet. Now he's got the 2 again.
You know, Drew might want to think about coming over top and burying that half in. And
see, I don't think he's got. I think he should maybe put him back on his belly and try and turn him again. Yeah, there he does. One more turn's attack.
Obviously a big score here. Ties up the match, so looking to get the 6.
Yeah, a lot of time still. Well, if I'm Witzig and just trying to avoid a tech, I'd say right there. And okay, 13-0. Again, he's got to turn him one more time, see if he can get those legs in again. Didn't quite get it in off that scenario. He's working at it. He's got it in again. Now Witzig caught it.
7 seconds left, blood time.
So it looks like, assuming nothing too unusual happens in the last 7 seconds, Illinois will have a 19-17 lead over on that side. On our map to our right, Illinois is trailing 17-13. So again, 2 real competitive duels. Getting back, maybe talk about the difference between our states. For us as schools, we can wrestle 21 duels and then 4 regular season tournaments. Do you have similar situations as far as rules you have to follow?
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that, because we actually have a points system, and you basically have to wrestle 4 duels, and then so each duel is 1 point, each tournament's 2 points, and you're mandatory of 4 duels. So you could have 6. Some people have 6 duels, but if you're trying to get mat time, a lot of the teams do tournaments instead of duels, which I actually think the duels are a good thing. I think the more duels you have, the better it is for fans and the better it is for the sport.
Because we run into that deal. Certain teams, especially some of our smaller schools, they don't like to do duels because they don't fill 14 weight classes. They'd rather go to tournaments where their 6 or 7 kids can go out. But it does add, I always like duels, adds excitement to, like you say, the team part of the thing. Well, we're all set and ready to go here now at 182 pounds. We've already introduced Jacob Ellsbury from Illinois to our left.
And Cameron Jones from Lawrence North.
And on to our right now, it's Tony Vassetti from Schaumburg High School competing for Illinois.
Indiana has Blake Ripel from Indianapolis Cathedral, head coached by Sean McGinley. Blake was a 3-time finalist, 2-time champ from Indiana, committed to IU. So
this is going to be one of your better guys here. So
yeah. Cathedral was our team state champ in the recent past. Last year they were the team state champs. Private school in Indianapolis. Traditional football school, wrestling school.
Heard about them through football, actually. Early takedown for Indiana over there. Again, Illinois needs to get out of bounds, get himself a fresh start here, because right now he's got nothing going for him. There he did. Over to our left, got those hooks locked up. Oh, nice job off the hook. See if he slid and kept the toes in. Couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, they just had a really good scramble. Illinois was in deep on a shot. And Jones sat through, kind of looking for a little switch, little sit-through action, and then they went out of bounds and back on their feet.
Still waiting for 170-pound award winners to report to the award stand.
Little cross-face series over here to our right.
The award stand. Your 170-pound award winners. 8th place.
Comes that claw ride.
That's the first time I think we've really seen that today.
Yeah, it's tough to use correctly, but once you use it correctly,
Very
boy,
difficult,
it's super
yeah.
effective to do.
5th place, John Halverson.
Very difficult.
And now he's going to the
defend.
tip off of it, and the period ended.
Jake Lesky of McHenry. 3rd place, Alex Harvey of Rochelle.
Over to our left, he basically cut him second
Yeah.
period 1-0.
Right.
And your champion at 170 pounds, Bryson Kellett of LaSalle.
Jones really quick to the corners.
182-pound award winners, report to the award area, please.
Tall 82-pounder.
Oh, nice shot by Illinois over here to our
Right on
left.
the
See if he
edge,
can
see.
stay in. Oh, nice counter to
Nice
that.
broomstick.
Yeah, that was pretty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Still no
Jones
points.
didn't
See how
put-
the scramble comes out. Jones just put a power half in and he'd score, I think. Nope, didn't get it in time.
On that broomstick, he should have really put his foot to the mat, which would have
Maybe
kept the Illinois guy down, and he would have scored it. But
maybe got in too big a hurry to finish it. Over here to our right, front headlock in again. Trying to use it in a little bit different way. Oh, there it was. It was different, exactly what I said. And that was a pin. That was definitely unique what he did off that, and it was very pretty.
Wish I had a rewind
Well,
on
we
that.
did.
Like,
Go through and watch the replay of this because that was unique.
pretty.
And that was a huge points, 23-19 now in favor of Indiana. And now we'll go to 195 over there to our right. John McKinney from Triad. Second in our state last year in the AA level.
Yeah, we have Jake Clamola from Lake Central. He's a senior, state champ this year. Fun guy to watch. He was exciting to watch during the tournament series. Kind of came out of nowhere. He was a state qualifier last year, but came in and really had a dominating presence and just an awesome kid. It was fun to get to know. Worked hard yesterday in the room.
Looks fairly tall from this angle. And over to our left, Indiana gets a takedown and leads 2-1.
Yeah, 33 seconds here. We'll see if he can hold out, stay on top. Obviously important to get an escape for the Illinois wrestler.
Got to his feet. I don't know if he got hand control. Here's where he's got a mat return him. Oh, nice job.
That's where those long legs came in.
Keep the legs. Get a fresh start if you're Illinois. Big point to score. Over here to our right, just a lot of hand fighting going on so far. Oh, nice takedown.
Good escape, back to a shot, kept the action going.
Again, we talk about that transition. Got the escape right away, was active, moving after him, and caught him off balance to get the 2. Now he leads 3-2. Got the arm bar locked. See if he can muscle it through. Needs to take another step. Didn't work for him.
So Jones shows
nice
neutral.
Move. Boy, he runs heck out of that trip once he gets that leg up. He understands. A lot of confidence there. He wants to go on his feet.
He wants to go on his feet again.
He's saying, I'm going to get you. I'm in better shape than you are. You stay with me for the next minute and 40 seconds. I like that confidence in somebody. Over here to, wow, nice blast double. He almost blew him into the scorer's table. Assistant referee did a great job of stepping in there and protecting them all.
Another takedown by Jones.
Oh, and he's
going
just
neutral
stalking him.
again.
He's just got
Feeling
all the
pretty
confidence
confident.
in the world.
Have a blood time or
okay, over here to our right. Indiana's going to go on the bottom, second period.
tied 3-3.
Again, methodical, kind of a power stand. Came up, make sure he's, look at what hand control he's got with his left hand. Lost it. Again, very slow when he comes up, just making sure he gets to the spot he wants to get to.
On the award stand, 8th place, David Preston of Mundelein. 7th place, Hunter Henning of Moline. 6th place, James Meyer of Marengo. 5th place, Ryan Bender of Prospect. 4th place.
Looks like we're gonna get going again over here to our left.
Yeah, broke Jones's momentum, boy. He was all
He
excited.
was
now
fired
maybe
up.
he's-
Yeah, might make a change, make a difference. So
First place, Cameron Nicholas of Westville. Your champion, Cameron Nicholas of Westville.
Bellsbury in on a shot. See, he's just going to get out scrambled here, I think. And they go out of bounds. He was in a perfect shot and just couldn't stay up with the
yeah,
quickness
had both
to
legs
finish
tied
it. Yeah.
up, and Jones found a way to get a leg free and sneak out behind.
Wrestling on mat 10 and 195 from Team Lincoln, John McKinney. And from Team Blue,
McKinney looks for that slide by, goes under. That's warning for stalling. Been a lot of backing up there. And that's the one thing these refs have been kind of lenient with. We haven't seen a lot. In fact, I can't remember many stalling points. They warn them every once in a while, but they understand what this is. Nice shot to the far ankle. McKinney's in big trouble here. Needs to bail out, which he does. So on both mats, we've got Indiana with leads, and on both mats, we got them leading in the team part, so they're going to add to your team scores here.
Looks like Jones is going to finish this one up unless something crazy happens. Like a good throw.
Oh, that's...
Did get the 2, but 5 seconds left.
Yep, so it's going to be 20-13 over there on the mat to our left in favor of Indiana. On our right, they're a weight class ahead. McKinney's to his feet, third period. And now over here to the left, we'll go to 195 pounds. Wesley Kilber, 46-1 from St. Joe Ogden.
Yeah, Luke Elliott will represent Indiana. He's from Eastbrook High School. Head coach Cody Ounce.
McKinney to a power stand again. And gets the escape. Now here's where conditioning is going to come into play so much, Coach. These kids have put forth a lot of energy, and McKinney still trails by 1. Over to our left, has a nice glass shot.
Yeah, early takedown for Elliott.
wrestling on mat 11 at 195, Wesley Kibler from Team Reagan. Luke Elliott from Team Red, Indiana.
Here's where McKinney has to get it going. He trails by a point. His team's 4 behind in the duel, so it'd be a big win for Illinois if he could come through and score here. But Clemera's in on a nice shot. See if he can keep that head high. Notice how he keeps working to keep the head up.
Yeah, being methodical here, looking to possibly get some bonus points off of this position here.
If he could get the takedown, he could get a bunch of near fall too. Now McKinney's just looking for a stalemate.
Yeah.
Yep, got it. Because he went from being in good position to not having anything at all.
Well, these guys are going at it over here
Yeah,
to
a lot
our
of
left. They're
flopping
just
around.
going hard.
So McKinney's got 30 seconds left. And I like that boy from Indiana. He's got a lead, and he's not out there protecting it. He's coming after it and forcing the issue and things like that. I always tell him try and pad that lead instead of protect it. 15 seconds. McKinney's got one chance maybe to get there, and we'll see if Clamara goes in on another shot right away. McKinney's got it locked. See if he's got enough time to throw it.
Oh, wow.
No, tried it, wasn't there.
Absolutely. I mean, going out, trying to get a win for his team.
As long as you don't get pinned, no problem at all. 26-19, though, in favor of Indiana over there. And we're going to go to 220 pounds, and you're going to get another one of our better ones here. Aaron Vinny Scaletta, state champion from Ridgewood at our AA level, 41-3.
Yeah, Sam Hipple will represent Carmel, second Carmel kid to wrestle here. And Hipple is also, again, coached by Ed Pendowski. Really solid wrestler, really tough to score on, kind of a hard-nosed, kind of same style you saw from his teammate earlier. We've seen several Portage athletes. Coach Pendowski used to be up at Portage and moved down and did the CIA wrestling program there, many are familiar with, and then he went back into coaching high school and is at Carmel High School. So from Portage to Carmel.
Now, for your programs, do you have to do a lot of traveling, or can you just basically stay in your area and still get quality matches?
Really depends on where you're at. If you're in the Indianapolis area, there's all kinds of great competition close. If you're, in some of the more remote areas of Indiana, you're going to have to do some traveling, and try to pick up some of the big winter duels or winter tournaments where you can get some of those some of the better competition. So it really depends on where you're at. Evansville's a real hotbed for wrestling. A lot of solid wrestling comes out of there. Fort Wayne, likewise, has some really decent wrestling, so they don't have to go too far. And we have an area what we call the region. It's up by Chicago, and there's just some really solid wrestling that comes out of that area, so they don't have to travel too far. So it really depends on where you're at and where you're from.
Because you mentioned you have travel restrictions. Do many of your schools come into Illinois to compete?
Yeah, really, not as much as it doesn't sound like as much as other like Illinois. It seems like you guys do a lot of traveling. I know there's some teams from Evansville and up in the region area do some traveling, get some teams. I know some solid Michigan teams come down and wrestle. Lowell High School, they've competed, come down and competed, or Indiana teams have gone up and competed with them. So it really depends on if you're close to the borders or not.
Oh, we got a pinning situation here for Illinois.
Big.
This would be big, put them right back in the duel. Kind of a scramble around. He ended up on top and is going to get the pin. Again, we've got the extra match left over here on our mat to our left, so there are still 3 to go, but that makes it 20-19 in favor of Team Indiana. And now we'll start. They're trying to keep this so it kind of stays even with each other. We'll go to 220. We've already introduced the people to our right. 220 to our left will be Austin Parks. Austin from Crystal Lake Central High School.
Yeah, Kobe Woods will be representing Indiana. Again, another Penn guy, coached by Brad Harper. He's in his corner. Kobe he was a first place as a junior, has committed to Purdue, I think, both to play football and wrestle.
Okay, big, strong-looking.
Yeah, good-looking kid. Yeah. Penn's a very prestigious football school in Indiana, the largest.
Wrestling on mat 10, 220 from Team Lincoln, Vinny Scaletta.
Okay, again, we're 220 pounds at both mats, and again, these are both big win situations for Team Illinois. They pretty much have to have these in order to stay in the duels. Remember, the duel to our right, they've just got the 285s left. To our left, we'll have 285 and then also go back and catch the 106. So Scaletta's pretty much got to win here. It's all over, if I'm figuring out the team scores to the right correctly.
Yeah, you are correct.
Indiana
That
just
would put
needs
it
one
out of
more
reach.
win than out of the 2 that are left to ice it.
Wrestling on mat 11 at 220 from Team Reagan.
All right, well, Aaron, I'm going to bow out here. Like I told you before, I've got a boy who's going to wrestle here at 285 to the mat to our left. So you be nice to him. We're going to bring in Rich Montgomery. Rich, one of the representatives from the IWCOA, excuse me, and you'll have a great time talking with
Great.
Rich. Here
Hey,
in
it was
the next
good
few
working
minutes.
with you.
All
Thanks.
right, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Watch your arm, Kev. Kev, your arm. There you go.
All right. Get his cheat sheets here. Pretty good matches so far.
Yeah, good matchups, good dual scores. I mean, both
You're at the
Sam Hipple.
weight class before, a couple of the 170, 47-0 kid ranked 5th in the
Yeah,
nation.
Blake Ripel.
Wow.
82-pounder.
Wow. Well, he's a goer.
Yeah, he's committed to IU.
Nice, nice. We got 0-0 over here on the Team Lincoln with Scaletti and Mr. Hipple from
Yes.
Carmel.
Hipple is a grinder. This is his style of match. Stay in good position.
Yep.
Looks like we're going to be 0-0 on both mats.
Yep. I work one of the tables at the individual state tournament, and I had Vinny on our matches several times, so he'll stay with it. Okay, didn't award any points over
Nope.
on the other mat.
Officials conversed and
Yep.
decided that it was not a takedown, so we'll continue with the 0-0 going into the second.
Vinny's working a spiral over whoop. Sam just got away for a point. Mr. Hipple got 1-0 Indiana.
Please report to the award area.
It's always interesting when we get together because you guys are at one class and we have 3 classes. Putting the teams together is a challenge sometimes on, where do you put your 1A champ versus your 2A?
Sure.
And, it's interesting.
Yeah, it makes it a little easier in Indiana. We take the top placer
Yep.
and put them in there, so that's how we do it. Makes it easy.
Now, I'll ask a straight-up question. Do you have trouble getting your kids to commit?
No, you know what? It really wasn't that bad. We kids understand what a privilege it is to represent, and gives them something to kind of stay in the room and work out a little bit more for. And for some, it's just maybe they didn't finish their last match like they wanted, and they can come represent Team Indiana, and so it actually wasn't too bad.
Well, we had some struggles this year. We're trying to figure out just exactly why. Part of me thinks that they've been wrestling. Some of these seniors have been wrestling
For a
since
long
they can,
time, yeah.
walk. And you get to a point where your senior year, you might just want to be done. So I don't know. Still 1-0 over here with Vinny and Sam. 2-0 over on the other mat. It's Austin Parks from Crystal Lake Central and Kobe Woods from Penn. Interesting watching the kids. They come in for practice yesterday and don't know each other. And by the end of the practice, it's almost like they've been together all season. You watch them today, they're cheering each other on, both teams. I don't know if you guys work out in advance of this.
Yeah, we did. We were at Lincoln College, and we did a workout after you guys, I believe.
Same type of atmosphere, though. Don't know anybody. And then
Yeah, a lot of our guys, they're pretty familiar with each other. They do a
Okay.
lot of the Team Indiana stuff, and a lot of them have wrestled or gone on trips or know
Sure.
each other. Not all of them, but, a lot of them do know each other. So,
well, we're 1-1 over here with Hipple and Scaletta. Sam's making some shots here. Got caught in the front headlock
yeah,
a little
good
bit.
solid front headlock
Yep.
by Vinny.
Yep.
He stopped it.
Too bad the whistle blew.
Yeah, I don't think Vinny realized it.
Yeah.
Thought he might have a takedown. It's the football carry. He's called that several times today.
Yes, that's last year or 2 years ago. That was a big point of emphasis in Illinois. They actually had a special meeting at the state tournament.
Really?
About it. Yeah, they were real worried about it. So we lost a penalty point on that for the illegal hold. So now we're down 2-1. Vinny Scaletta down 2-1 to Sam Hipple. Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Finish it off. There we go. There we go. All right. Great shot by Vinny. Got a nice double leg, slid up to a body lock, ripped it down. You got blood. What do we got over here?
I think we have injury time. I think we got a little stinger going on in the shoulder of Kobe
Yep.
Woods.
Okay, we got an escape. We're 3-3 over here on the other mat. Got an escape. Sam got an escape. We're down to about a minute left in this match. Haven't had any overtimes. I probably just jinxed that, but
Actually, we did have an overtime.
Did you?
We had an
you
overtime
had one over
here.
there. Okay, good.
Yeah, I believe the 82-pound match. No, I take that back. The 170, Hunter Moe won
Okay.
in overtime.
And Vinny's got a nice, if he can finish it here. Got a single leg, Needs to get a little movement here. Snap him down, nice job. Crawl up, takedown for Vinny. He's up 5-3 with 26 seconds left.
Nice single dump.
Yeah, very
from Vinny.
nice. Yep. He's had two nice shots this
Yeah, he
period.
has.
Got an escape by Sam. Nice shot right in, trying to score.
Sam's had a lot of attempts.
He has. He has been taking the action
And
to Vinny.
Vinny, I think, had two shots, but they were two good ones,
They
and
were-
that made the difference,
Yeah,
I think.
they were solid. Look out here, look out here. All right. Vinny Scaletta wins 5-4 over Sam Hipple of Carmel.
So the dual score goes up to 26 to
22.
yeah.
Putting the pressure on our heavyweight. We've got Darian Kaufman from Glen Ellen, Glenbard West.
And Sean Gallagher for Columbus East. Head coach Chris Cooper. Columbus just south, about 30 minutes south of Indianapolis.
Okay. Glen Ellen obviously is a suburb.
We'll go to our left here. It's
Yep.
3-0.
Yep.
I think they're going to wait to
Yeah,
start the
they're-
heavyweight match.
That was our desire, that was to wait on matches, so they're all at the same
Kobe's
time.
up 3-0.
I think they're going to ignore it and move on. That's okay, though.
We will still have one more match
Yes, yes.
on our left.
Yeah. Alex Greeno from Southmont is pulling double duty today.
Yes. Stepped up, said he would.
Yes, I
cover that,
admire
so
those kids
I
that do
do.
that. That's awesome.
Didn't even hesitate.
No,
Absolutely,
no.
I'll do it. And
Yeah.
when we asked him, he said yes. And that's the kind of kids those those Mounties are. They're just solid
Yep.
kids, good, hardworking community.
That's happened over the years. I know last year at Indiana, the morning of, something come up and a kid couldn't come from Indiana, and that was it was unfortunate. Whoa, what are we doing? That was interesting. Tried to jump over the top
Made me a
of
little
him.
nervous there, but
Oh,
Kobe
yeah.
acted like he laid him down like a pillow. So
That was interesting. Attempt to take
Yeah.
him. Tried to go over the top.
kind of just laid him down and
Yeah.
looked to hip heist out and score. And
Well, this is one of those events. It's a major burden on some of them for the drive or the setup, and it's another weekend. And the IWCOA appreciates all that everybody does to put this event on. You guys in Indiana have been wonderful to work with.
well, we appreciate you and having us over.
We're hoping we wined and dined you enough this year. Maybe you'll just make this a permanent site.
Yeah, I can't make
Yeah,
the commitment on
I
that.
know. Yeah, I
But we
know.
do appreciate the hospitality and We're in Lincoln College, letting us come in and wrestle in an awesome room, and we've enjoyed being here today.
We need the championship flag. Just
All right, we got the heavyweights up on both matches now. Over on the other mat, we've got Dom Tudor from Peoria, Notre Dame.
Corey Clem representing Gibson Southern High School, head coach, Coach Asay.
Coach Mr. Burke, who was on the air, he's in the chair.
It's like we need a hook and ankle there to get the 2.
You know, Illinois is in position in both matches. If we can pull out pins, we could win them. Need a major to tie on one, and a major would tie on both, but pins would win them. Or Tech Falls, forgot about that.
Decides to do a cut and let him up. So back on our feet over here on the left. You know, a lot of people think there's not much action going on, but boy, if you were tied up with one of those big boys, you know that they're working pretty hard here.
My years in the wrestling room, that was one part of practice I never enjoyed when I had to go with the heavyweights. They may not be doing much moving, but there's a lot of action there.
A lot of energy being spent.
It's 2-1 over on the other mat. Sean had an underhook there and ran out of time. Sean Gallagher from Columbia East takes down the Glenn Bard. Darren Kaufman's going to put him on his feet for a point. So we're
back on our feet, 1-0 match.
Yep.
Wrestling on mat 10 at 285 from Team Lincoln, Darren Kaufman, and from Team Blue, Indiana.
Nice underhook here from Darren in tight. See if he can shuck him up and drop in on a single. Back to action over on the other mat. Okay, out of bounds on Sean and Darian. Nice tempted, got a little over his feet. Sean's got a front headlock now, trying to drag him down. Nice inside step. Just could hang on to the head.
Yeah, good.
Nice shot on the edge.
Yeah, good.
Nice shot on the edge.
Footwork.
Yep.
Action for the big boys.
It was kind of interesting in this situation when we were looking for our heavyweights. We had 2A state champ and the 3A state champ. Both have committed to Michigan State for football.
Oh, okay.
And the Michigan State coaching staff was leading them to believe that they would prefer they not participate in this in fear of injury in their scholarship. So kind of impressive, 2 kids, because of our 3 classes. They were wrestling side by side at the state tournament, and both of them going to Michigan State. Oh, come on. Oh, that was a nice shot. That was a nice shot on the edge. Pretty close.
Yeah, they're going to talk about it. And
yeah, that's good. That's a good call.
Said,
that was a good call.
I think I'd have to agree. I think his knee hit the out of bounds, and a great attempt.
Right on the edge.
Very good-looking move for a big guy. Made it look easy, but
Darren seems to be a second period here. He's been picking up the pace a little bit.
He has picked up the pace and looking to score a takedown to finish out the second period.
Yeah. We're still 2-1 over on the other mat. The only other downside of those kids going to Michigan State is I'm wondering why we couldn't get them in Illinois.
There you go. Well, they hadn't signed Lovie Smith yet. So.
Well, we'll wait and see on that one, too. I don't know. You look at the rosters of wrestling and oh, nice edge work. Oh, that's a good call.
Yep.
He stepped out. Nice,
back, assistant official stepped right in and said, yep, you're right.
Yep.
Good call. I'm with you.
Nice edge work.
Nothing
there,
to talk about.
Stevenson, 6th place,
you look at the football rosters and wrestling rosters on our border states around Illinois, it's kind of frustrating sometimes. A lot of kids at other schools that we could have here, should have here.
Of Rockford East. Second place, Charles Schmidt of Libertyville, your champion at 285.
How many universities in Indiana have collegiate wrestling?
You know, we just, Marion College, or Marion University, which is in downtown Indianapolis, just picked up the wrestling program. In fact, Coach Bradley was at Lincoln.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's taken over the program there. So Wabash College, they just finished fourth. They had 2 national champs. Riley Lefevre just finished his 3rd title as a junior. So they're a D3 program. University of Indianapolis just competed at the D2 Nationals. Purdue, IU, talk about your D1 programs. There's a small Ancilla College. They have they're, I believe, a junior college. They just started a program. Manchester, a D3 program. Trine, a D3 program. St. Joe, up in the region, up near Chicago, they have a program. So, well, they're slowly starting to work their way back.
Yes.
The numbers are working in our favor,
Yep.
giving kids opportunities to wrestle. So I hope I didn't forget anybody. If I did, I apologize.
I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed. I'm not going to attempt to go through all of our colleges and that. Our numbers are picking up, and I know Joliet Junior College is trying to. Oh, we got a takedown over here. Puts us up 4-2. Nice takedown by Dom Tudor from Peoria, Notre Dame.
Yeah, and we still have another match over on that side.
Yes, we do.
That's that'll be a big win over there.
Yep, we're 1-1 over here with this bout. Got an escape with Corey Clem. We're under 20. Yeah, we're under 20 seconds over here on the.
Still plenty of time.
Yep.
Clem has been active all match, so we'll see. Notre Dame staying in the middle, tying up a Russian.
We're down to 2 seconds over here with Darian and Sean. Yep, I jinxed it. We'll have an overtime on this, Matt.
Oh, yep, that's a caution. Yep. Cannot start in a 3-point stance.
Well, sometimes.
He looks like a football player.
Yeah,
so
I bet there's no question there. I bet he was. Oh, man, nice scramble. Nice scramble. Took
Both
a
guys
shot.
Working hard.
Yes. To be honest, kind of surprised he took that shot right that quick. Heavyweights get overextended like that. Oh, nice inside trap.
So big win over here for.
Yes, nice win. Yep. Got it within
Illinois.
1 point with the 106-pound match left.
Yeah, we did have a hard time. Our senior 6-pounders.
Oh, yeah, those are rare.
Few and far between, and we did have to seek some guys out. But
going in, we really thought we were going to put together. We had the potential for 28 state champs this year that were seniors, and for whatever reason, I think we got 9 or 10 total. So it again kind of disappointing, but.
Yeah, everybody has something going on.
Yep,
we had a 4-time state champ, undefeated state champ, and I think he's wrestling out east this weekend, so he chose not to be here. And so, for various reasons, guys are doing different things.
Well, when are they going to give it to us?
We'll see. They're conversing. They said no.
Okay,
so.
I guess that's all right. It was pretty close. We got a takedown over here. Illinois is up.
So really the key, obviously Sean wants to win this match, but whatever happens, they'll go to your back.
Yeah, no kidding. Yep. We're getting back points over here. This would be, who's this kid? Got to go back. Yeah, this is John Yosef from Park Ridge, Maine East on that 106.
Yeah, and Alex Greeno again stepping up for Southmont, wrestling twice today.
Double duty, man.
From Team Red, Indiana, Alex Grino.
Ooh, interesting. We're going to surrender a point. Well, he's got a plan, I hope.
I think he's thinking he can get a takedown. Give him time to go ahead and.
Well, I mean, honestly, you know, if you're sitting in the chair right here, you want to coach him to get the pin, to get the win. Probably figures he's got a better chance of dragging him or throwing him than he does down underneath. Down to 10 seconds. Yep. Still struggling. Nice scramble. Working hard, working hard. We got it. We got it. We got the takedown. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Great scramble at the end of the match. Darian Kaufman, Glen Ellen, Glenbard West picks up the win.
Yeah,
wow.
if we could have stayed away. I think we
I know.
didn't have any stall calls. We could have ran the mat.
You should have turned on the music, did a little dance in there. That was a great effort by Kaufman. Man. So much for my opinion of letting the kid up.
Right.
He did know what he was doing.
When he used every last second of that. And, you know, he cut him and he put him on his feet. And that was the difference of the takedown, if you think about it. He put him on his feet before the period started, and he needed every last second of that. So.
And that match ended up 25-26 in favor of Indiana. Great duel. Competitive. Obviously, both sides would prefer something different.
Sure.
But it's good. Everybody wrestled hard.
We'll take the win.
Well, sure you will. And but coming in as coaches, you don't want no question left. You'd rather just put a whooping on them and go home. We're up 6-2 on the other mat,
which will actually take be the win.
Yeah,
so.
if we can pull that out, we will.
So it'll be a split duel,
just like last year. We split it Indianapolis.
That was the right call. It was 2.
Yep.
No argument there.
Well, I hope the Indiana folks, the parents, hope they enjoyed the event. This was something completely different than what we normally do. We usually host this up at a high school in Chicago. Just thought we'd try to spice it up with the Fresh South State Championships going on and bring it into a bigger venue.
Yeah, a very nice venue here in the capital city.
Well, this is a huge weekend for wrestling in Illinois. We have the IKWF, which is our clubs and younger kids. They were wrestling for their state championships in Rockford. We had the IESA, which is our elementary grade, junior high grades. They were wrestling for state championships in DeKalb. And then we had our Fresh South State Championships plus the duels here today. So
yeah, we actually have the ISWA, which is our USA State Wrestling Association. Yep. They did their folk style state championships. It was all under one building, but that was at the Warren Central High School in Indianapolis. Actually, my wife's the head trainer, so she's over there working, and I'm over here working. So
there you go.
We're at both ends, but.
We're down to under 5 seconds in the second period here with Joseph.
Yeah, it looks like
Joseph
has a pretty solid.
Yep, we're going to put him on his feet. If you guys give out an MVP for this, you should give it to this Greeno for pulling double duty.
Yeah. He hasn't given up yet.
No,
he
hasn't.
Thinks he's got a shot at this.
He's still coming.
Yep. And he's that kind of kid. He's always been a tough wrestler. You know, looking to score.
Southmont? What size of school?
Yeah, really small school. They're just they're south of Crawfordsville, Indiana, real close to Wabash College. So they get they get some being able to use the college for resources there. Yeah. Been a solid wrestling program for a while. Had a coach. Coach Welliver was there for many years, and he's the assistant coach now, and just been a solid program. Always had multi-sport wrestlers that come in and pull pull double duty or triple duty in sports. So.
Has Indiana ever discussed multiple classes?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's if you look on the boards, every year you have the same old arguments why they should, why they shouldn't. You know, everybody has their opinion. You know, I have mine, and other people have theirs.
Yep.
You know, you look at the good wrestling states; they're all multiple.
Yes.
And I think when you give opportunities for kids to be successful, I think it breeds better wrestling.
Yep.
But there's other people out there that said, hey, we like it one. We know who our one state champion is, and that's the way we like it. So there's different views and different opinions.
Yeah, the purists of the sport, they like the one class.
Yeah, they do.
I thought ours was a good move going to 2. I'm yet to decide on the 3. We're really struggling in Illinois with the big schools. They are not happy with a lot of things that are going on, and we're in one of those transition periods again of deciding what to do and how to do it. So,
Grino's in deep there. Well, nice skated out of there. 23 seconds left. Both the guys still wrestling tough here.
Yep. Illinois is up 12-4 on this match.
Looks like you guys will get it for the win, for the dual win.
Yep.
Looks like we'll split again.
Well, all right.
All right.
Illinois picks up the win, 25-23. Well, sir, it was a pleasure working with you.
Hey, thanks for the invitation, and hope everybody makes it home safe.
Yep.
And thanks for a great weekend of wrestling.
Yep, thank you.